All right, try this again. So this is what I really find interesting. Instead of just going out in the crops, just seeing random things in nature. And we broadcast these radishes last October, and because they were late, some of them didn't really fire. And you can see how much bigger they are through time. Don't have a lot of them. But nature's very predictable. All of my pets have always been able to go wherever they want, and essentially you get a cooler dog that's good around the kids instead of taming it up. You know, wheat, it's against BMPs to depend on tillers. If it's just a commodity, why not? You see, this is just volunteer wheat, but that guy, if you allowed it to grow out, probably put 100 wheat heads on there. If you want to find a big bean plant, find an edge plant. It'll stack the nodes more light, no motive to drive up. So this is our variety plot, 2.7 to 4.8. We can really see the differences. They're starting to turn over there. If we want to empower plants in space, you need a little bit fuller season soybean to kind of empower those quite a bit. But I want to take you back on the corn and soybean plot here in a little bit, but I think we need to really pay attention to the kind of the outliners and figure out how we can get those predictable results and empower each entity. So a different thought process here. Everybody's still there? Yeah. You know, on the marketing side, it's great to value add and put a sticker on there that it's going to add value. But we can basically do the same thing in reverse with our inputs of figuring out how to empower each entity that we put out here. And you know, I think it's interesting here. You got volunteer grass, and as soon as you get into, you know, the thicker soybeans, that took care of that cereal right there. See that spectrum right there? Still the same wheat. We can rely on that in time and space to be part of our weed control. Well, I'm going to take you back here because I think it's pretty interesting what we're seeing in a skip row plot now. Are you guys still there? So here's our skip row, and I made that video about a couple weeks ago. You can see the ears I peeled back. And when I talk about this phi curve, how we empower nature is to allow each part of those things to just have a better environment, capture more light per plant. And the problem is people look at one entity and they think they got to pay the bills. You know, I think we need to layer at least 2, if not 3 or 4, and have several different businesses on our farm and figure out, you know, how to sell Christmas trees at the right day. I mean, figure out how we can exploit value with each input. So I peeled these back here. You got 3 plants. You got, I don't know, 11 or 12 ears here. You're going to produce much more corn per plant. Soybeans are a little bit more empowered, and as we really ratchet up and get these plants closer and closer together, the value of each entity goes down and down and down. See, we're still on the edge, still making some leaves here, but as we go in here, the problem, this is maximum corn yield. It's good corn, but we're only capturing light up there, and I kind of always get to the light. Just one note, and I'll let you go. These are 40-inch intercrop soybeans. These won't make anything. So everything is a function of sharing. It's how we're going to get to the next level of efficiency, is allowing each entity to be empowered. And I think the way that we do that is through layering our cover crops in rows, bio strip tilling, if you will, having cereals with winter killed, layering with wide row intercropping, layering with livestock integration, layering with maybe grazing, layering with value added, kind of share the story. And different mindset. A lot of it always goes into you're just trying to produce more. I think we need to figure out ways to reduce and get more value out of what we do take off the farm. And that's how we're really going to build our soils, not just ship it all off. All right, see you.